Hey everyone, welcome back. Today is day 7 of my journey to learn Japanese. And the point of these streams is to share my process with everyone, going from a complete beginner at Japanese to hopefully one day much more. And so, yesterday I was starting to learn some basic Japanese verbs. And so I'm gonna continue on with that today. And so, the first thing I'm gonna do is I've got the LingoCommand website open here. Go to Start Now. Go to vocabulary and verbs 1. So there a total of 6 different verb topics, but this one is considered beginners for now. And what I did yesterday was I studied the first 15 verbs on this list. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to select those again and try the quiz again. Yeah, I think those were the so what we've got left here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Perfect, because this is a list of 25 verbs. So we've got the 15 that I studied here yesterday. I'm going to hide the rest. And then I'm going to apply. I'm going to turn it into a quiz. I'm going to test myself going from Japanese to English. So as you can see here, you can select different options. So you can get your Japanese to English questions in Romaji, in Hiragana Katakana, or in Hiragana Katakana and Kanji. Now, I personally am not going to start studying Kanji just yet. My approach here is to build up some basic vocabulary, get the basics down, and then go back and learn the Kanji later. So I'm going to be doing Hiragana and Katakana because I have studied that on the first couple of days. I'm gonna apply random ordering. This, or what that does is it basically just scrambles the order in which the questions are asked, because otherwise, if you keep doing the same quiz over and over, you're like, oh, iru is first, then aru, and then this, and then that, and essentially before you know it, you're just memorizing the order of a bunch of verbs, not actually the verbs themselves. Now, having said all of that, this motsu is to have. Dekiru is to be able to. Iu is to this is so frustrating. I always get this one wrong. It's to say. Ageru is to give. Iku is to go. Tsukuru is to make. Suru is to do. Miru is to see. Hoshi is to want. And then this one, shinakereba, is to owe. Aru is to be permanent. Shiru. What could that be? Completely forgotten. I'm gonna come back to that one. Iru is to be temporary. Taberu is to eat. And kuru is to arrive. So shiru is... don't know. To know. To know. And then iu is to say or tell. Okay, so I remember 13 out of 15 from yesterday. That's not too bad. I'm just going to uncheck, recheck random ordering. This, once again, scrambles the questions. I'm going to go again. So, dekiru is to be able to. Suru is to do. Aru is to be permanent. Tsukuru is to make. Ageru is to give. Kuru is to arrive. Iku is to go. Shiru is... I literally just had this one. So, iu is to say or tell. This one is to know. To know. To like know information, for example. Motsu is to have. This is to owe. Shinakereba. And it's kind of silly, but this one is so long. It's like you owe it money or something. It's kind of like a ridiculous like way to remember it, but for now it works pretty well. Miru is to see. Iru is to be temporary. Iu is to say. Hoshi is to want. And taberu is to eat. Fantastic. So that's those first 15 kind of sorted, to be honest. So what we can do is we can uncheck these options and then we can uncheck these 15. And then select the remaining 10. So we have to put on, to place, to believe, to speak, to read, to sleep, to understand, to find, to call, to come. Hide the rest. What do we have here? To put on is tsukeru.
つける、
To place is oku.
置く、
Shinjiru.
信じる、
Oh, I think I remember this from anime. I think it's like, oh, I can't believe it. Shinjiru naranai or something like that. I don't know why I remember that, but I think that's like a phrase. So, okay, shinjiru is to believe, and then to speak or talk is hanasu. Hanasu.
話す、
To read is yomu.
読む、
To sleep is neru.
寝る、
And then this is rikai suru.
理解する、
I don't know why, but I like that. That sounds pretty cool. Rikai suru is to understand. So to find is mitsukuru.
見つける、
Mitsukeru. Okay, the emphasis is on the mitsukeru.
見つける、
This U is silent. Mitsukeru. Yo. This is yobu.
呼ぶ、
And then this is kuru.
来る、
Which is strange, right? Because I'm fairly certain that to arrive is kuru and to come is kuru. Isn't that something? To be fair, they are quite similar, to arrive, to come. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to swap languages, apply random ordering. So these are those 10 questions that we just looked at, those 10 verbs. And obviously, I'm going to get many of them wrong, but I think that's a good starting place. And then from there, I'm going to keep trying to improve my accuracy. So this is hanasu is to talk. Okay, so I don't know if I actually pointed this out, but I'm the like the solo founder for this app. So I'm also the software engineer who built the whole thing. And so sometimes while studying, I'm detecting, oh, there's, something's not quite right. So for example, here, it's completely ludicrous to say, oh, to talk is incorrect here because it's to speak or talk. So if I go here to speak, we got to add some more options to like what's an acceptable answer. So there we go. And then super quickly, let's try and flesh out. I'll explain my thought process when I'm done. To call, not phone. Basically, what I'm doing here is I am, so let me try and zoom out here. What I'm doing is I went through these 10 questions and looked at what the answers are. And so here, to understand, to read, there's no real way for this to go wrong. But for example, here, to call, suppose the user just puts in to call and they don't put in parentheses, not phone, it would still consider it incorrect. So I've made the adjustments to my code. And so if we push that to production, fix, ensuring correct user answers are allowed, ensuring correct different user answers are allowed, git checkout development, git merge prod. Okay. Now we can make this smaller, remove this altogether. So in about 2 minutes time, those changes are going to be pushed to production, which basically means, so for now, if I refresh this to talk, it says, oh, it's incorrect. But in 2 minutes time, that would then be considered okay. So for now, we just put to speak, talk. Kuru, oh no, oku. What's that one? I have no idea. To place. Mitsukeru is to find. Rikai suru is to understand. Yomu is to sleep, to read. Kuru is to come. And then tsukeru is to, no idea. To put on. This is to sleep now. Shinjiru is to believe. And yobu is, no idea. To call. To call. Now, I can't help but notice that kuru is both to come and to arrive. So let's just go online. Let's search this. So to come in, to arrive in Japanese. Actually, what we can do is we can go back to study here, swap languages, hide unselected words. If we go to arrive,
kuru,
uru. So here we've got this kanji. If I go to come, which we can find using Control F, it's also kuru. So it's the same exactly the same kanji. So this one means to come, get, arrive, come on, come from, approach. Tricky this. Okay, so we're gonna take this bit of text here. See what it says. It primarily means to come, indicating movement towards a speaker or a specific point, but also extends to arrive, approach, become, be due. So it's got different contexts. So I think for now, we're gonna leave this. I think this is fine. The only thing that I will change is, suppose that you get the quiz, you get this question here. You don't really know if it's to arrive or to come, because I mean they're essentially the same thing. So we're gonna make one other quick adjustment to our code. To arrive. So the allowed answer should be arrive and to come. And then if we go to come, the allowed answer should also be to arrive. So fix ensuring correct but different user answers are accepted. Git checkout prod, git merge development. Push that. Fantastic. So now in 2 minutes, if we go here to kuru, now if you put to come, it's like, oh no, that's wrong, it's to arrive. But that's annoying because if we go here to the other one, it's literally the same hiragana. So in 2 minutes, that's going to be fixed. Now, what am I going to do? I'm going to uncheck, recheck random ordering. This is scramble the questions, and I'm just going to go for all 25. In fact, just to reset the state, let's see. Okay, so I've got my 25 questions here. I'm going to go from Japanese to English. I want the questions in hiragana and katakana, and I want random ordering. And I'm gonna try the whole thing. So miru is to see. Ageru is to give. Yobu. What is yobu? To call. Okay. Hoshi is to want. Tsukeru is tricky. No. To put on. Oku. Also don't know that one. To place. So, okay, this is to be temporary. And then taberu is to eat. Yomu. What is yomu? To read. Kuru is to arrive. Iku is to go. Iu is to say. Shiru is to know. Hanasu is to talk. Shinjiru is to believe. Rikai suru is to understand. Kuru is to come. Aru is to be permanent. Neru is to sleep. Tsukuru is to have. Oh, it's rushing there. I should have known that one. This is to O. Shinakereba. Dekiru is to be able to. Suru is to do. Motsu is to have. And mitsukeru is to find. So that's 80%. That's, I mean, it's not a bad place to start, 80%. But we definitely got to get that number up, right? So just do the quiz again. Hiragana to katakana. Apply random ordering and go again. So, kuru is to come. Let's refresh the page. I think by now, that change should be in production, where you can put to come or to arrive, because they're both correct. But I guess we'll find out. So, suru is to do. Motsu is to have. Miru is to see. Hanasu is to talk. Ageru is to give. Iru is to be temporary. Yomu is to read. No. Hold on. Yobu. So this is tricky because this is to read. So what's this? Yobu. It's to call. Okay. Hoshi is to want. Shinakereba is to. Mitsukeru is to find. Shiru is to. To say. No, to know. There we go. Iku is to go. Aru is to be permanent. Iu is to say. Oku is to call. To place. So this is to come. Neru is to sleep. Shinjiru is... What is shinjiru? Shinjiru is to believe. Taberu is to eat. Dekiru is to be able to. And then rikai suru is to understand. Tsukeru is this is to arrive or to come, either is fine. Tsukuru. Oh, this is tricky, right? Because this is tsukeru and this is tsukuru. What are either of these? Okay, that's 84%. That's an improvement, I guess. But tsukeru is to put on. Let's Google that. Okay, so to put on clothes, to put something on a desk or something like that. That's the context in which you use tsukeru. Now, I know that I was always getting tsukuru and motsu mixed up. Motsu ends in a U, and here with tsukeru versus tsukuru, that middle part, here there's also a U. So basically, in order to, because these are very similar, to tell them apart, if the middle part has a U in it, then it's in that pair of to have versus to make. And then tsukeru is just gonna have to remember that's to put on. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna uncheck and recheck random ordering. I'm gonna go again. This is scrambling the order in which the questions are asked. Shiru is to know. Tsukuru is in the pair to have and to make. So this is to make. Suru is to do. Shinakereba is to owe. Taberu is to eat. Neru is to sleep. Hoshi is to want. Mitsukeru is to find. Miru is to see. Hanasu is to talk. Yomu, what's that? That is to read. Aru is to be permanent. So what is it that I'm doing here, right? So I've got the 25 like most basic Japanese verbs. And I'm just on the left here, I've got these verbs in their hiragana, katakana form. Now, so far, all of these verbs are in hiragana. I'm not doing hiragana, katakana, and kanji because as a complete beginner, I just want to be able to know some words for now, get my my basic vocabulary up, and then I'm gonna go back and do the kanji later. But basically, what I'm doing here is I'm getting the question in Japanese. So this, for example, says iru, iru, and so this is to be. If I'm not mistaken, temporary. So there are two ways to say to be. So I'm happy, right? I don't think you're happy like forever. So you'd use iru. Whilst if you say I am tall, presumably you'd be tall later as well. So I think that's how those two are separate. In any case, this one, let's zoom in a little bit. This says rikai suru, rikai suru. So rikai suru is to understand. Dekiru is to know. No. Dekiru is to be able to. Is that right? Yeah. Yobu is to call. Kuru is to come. Ageru is to give. Tsukeru. So, okay, this one is not tsukuru, it's tsukeru. And it's to put on. To put on clothes, to put on whatever, to put on. Shinjiru is to believe. This is to arrive or to come, either is fine. Motsu is to have. Oku is no. This is to say, and then iku is to go. So what is oku? What's left? I don't know this one. To place. To place. So we got a 96%. That ain't half bad. We'll just go again until I get 100. To place. Oku's to place. So reapply random ordering. Permute the rows. Kuru is to come. This is to be permanent. Shinjiru is to believe. Rikai suru is to understand. Yobu is to call. Taberu is to eat. Yomu is to read. Suru is to do. Miru is to see. Neru is to sleep. Hoshi is to want. Kuru is to arrive or to come, either is fine. Mitsukeru is to find. Shinakereba is to owe. Hanasu is to talk. Tsukeru is to put on. Motsu is to have. Shiru is to know. Oku is to place. And then ageru is to give. Iru is to be temporary. Dekiru is to be able to. This is to say or to tell you. Iku is to go. And then tsukuru is to make. Fantastic. So we've got our 100%. Sure, let's go to the performance dashboard. Does not look great. Now we're going to go back. We're going to do it again. But we're going to go from English to Japanese. So this, in my opinion, it can be quite a bit harder. So here I've changed the keyboard layout to hiragana. If you want to know how to do that, I've got a tutorial video on my YouTube channel on how to set up that up on a Mac. However, if you're on a different operating system, there are I haven't made a tutorial for that, so you'd just search online. It should definitely be available either on YouTube or Google or both. Now, this is yo mu. Neru. Now, how am I doing this, by the way? So, for example, to make is it's not motsu, because motsu is to have. So this is tsukuru. Tsu. So I'm typing T, like the actual like European alphabet letters. T, S, and then U. Now it's kind of smartly replacing it with the hiragana character tsu. If I then do K, now when I type in K, it doesn't really make the replacement yet because it doesn't know what I'm about to do. I'm gonna type in an A, an I, an E, a U, an E, an O. Right, there are 5 different options. Ka, ki, ku, ke, ko. So when I type in now U, oh, it's like, okay, I'm going for ku. So then it knows what hiragana character to put. So this is tsukuru. To understand is ri, kai, suru. To go, iku. To find is mi, tsu, geru. And this is iru. Oh my god. Shinakereba? Shinakereba? Something like this? Shinakereba? Wow. To speak is hanasu. To have is motsu. To see is miru. This is kuru. And then to place is oku. To eat is taberu. To want is hoshi. Did I get that right? Hoshi. This is hoshi. Ah, I see. So just to explain what I'm doing here, I'm basically doing a Japanese vocabulary quiz, and I'm testing my knowledge on some basic verbs. So here I've got a list of 25 basic verbs. I'm basically being posed a question in English, and then I've got to come up with what the verb is in Japanese in hiragana. So at this point in the quiz, it's starting to get a tad harder. To be able to is, for example, dekiru. Great. Now you might be wondering, okay, how am I typing hiragana? And the way I did that is I've got like a keyboard set up for Mac set up here, where essentially you can set this up on your Mac that you can type in different writing systems from different languages. And I've got a full tutorial on how to do that on Mac on my YouTube channel. For different operating systems, I don't have a tutorial just yet, but those should also be available elsewhere online. Now, yeah, this is my first time trying the quiz from English to Japanese. So this, in my opinion, is harder than translating from Japanese to English. But I think this is something like shinjiru. Fantastic. This is kuru. So to arrive and to come are both kuru. And to be permanent is aru. This is ageru. This is to say tell is suru is this one. Shiru is to know. This is iu, and to call, not on the phone, is, what is this one? This is yomu, yobu. Okay, we're gonna have to redo this. So I'm going to uncheck and recheck random ordering. And let's just take a step back. So what am I trying to achieve here? So I'm studying Japanese vocabulary for a set of 25 verbs. And I'm basically getting the question posed in English. Then I have to type the answer in Japanese hiragana. So with that said, let's go again. So to O is shinakereba. To place is oku. To make is tsukuru. This is yomu. This is mitsukeru. Ageru. Iku. To eat is taberu. To want is hoshi. Fantastic. So let's just take a step back. What am I trying to do here? So I've got a list of 25 Japanese verbs. And I'm doing a quiz where the question is being asked in English, and then it's my job to come up with a Japanese word in hiragana. I don't think you really use katakana for Japanese verbs. Now, I could be answering this using hiragana, katakana, and kanji, but because I'm, on day 7 of learning Japanese, I'm just doing the bare basics. I'm going to come back and do katakana later. Having said that, to believe is shinjiru. This is aru. To understand is rikai suru. To have is motsu. To know is shiru. To call is yobu. Okay, this is kuru. Let's lock in. To speak or talk is iu. Oh no, I knew this one because this one is iu. Yeah, that's very unfortunate. But to be able to is dekiru. To see is miru. This is yomu. Oh, I gotta focus more. I'm rushing. To come is kuru. To put on is oku. No, that's not quite right because oku is to place. So to put on, it's tsukeru. Tsukeru. To do is suru. And then this is iru. So that's 92%. That ain't bad. I don't want to see that on the dashboard. I just want to get 100%, right? So let's keep going. This is hanasu. To be able to is dekiru. To say or tell is iu. To make is tsukuru. To do is suru. To place is oku. To have is motsu. This is, so to arrive is kuru. To read is yomu. Yomu. This is iru. And to put on is tsukeru. To know is shiru. To believe is shinjiru. To call is yobu. To want is hoshi. Tsukuru. Neru. Mitsukeru. Mitsukeru. Mitsukuru. Keru. I think it's ke. Come on. To go is iku. Taberu. Rikai suru. To see is to see. To see is miru. To owe is, what is to owe? No. come back to that one because I do know it. This one is aru. This is ageru. Shinakereba. To O is shinakereba. Come on, 100%. Fantastic. So I think this is a great place to pause, to stop the stream for today. But before we do that, let's just look. Fantastic. So I've got 100% on verbs 1. And so I guess on the next stream, I'm gonna, probably cover family, like the basics of family and food. But yeah, that concludes today's live stream. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. That would really help support the channel as well as the business, because obviously beyond like making YouTube videos, I'm also making this website as well as the iOS app currently. And so thank you so much for your support, and I'll see y'all next time. Thank you. Bye-bye.